myself. My name is H to the OV. I used to move skip months by the OC. I guess even back then you could call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Not TOC, but similar to the letters, no one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me to finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels in the necklace. Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect you. Shoot at you actors like movie direction.
The great one, Michael Jordan. His mark left indelibly on the city of Chicago. Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And brought to you by State Farm, a chance here to look at the starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Amari Stoudemire.
And Stoudemire, really a fearsome finisher around the rim. One of the best dunkers in NBA history. Maybe he's lost a step, but he still has really an explosive game and a great offensive repertoire.
Well, I love his quickness on the attack with the strength to go with that. He's able to finish through contact and off the ball, able to get to that offensive glass for big-time throwdowns.
Only one game away from New York here. The Knicks will be back home for the next one. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and will be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And already a chance for them to take the season series against these guys tonight. They see them 3 times, and they already won the first one. Looking at number 2 here.
Well, no question they'd like to get that done, Steve, because get the win tonight and the third game down the road is just a formality, at least when it comes to bragging rights between these teams.
And Granger with the block. Harden against Shumpert. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects on the 17-footer. Harden's got the first points up on the board for the Bulls.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Stoudemire kicks to Anthony. Back to Stoudemire. Some nice passing by New York here. Shumpert with it, and Rose picks him up.
Watch out now. Yeah, he spent a little extra time on the rim there. It looked like he wanted to do a pull-up.
It looked like it checking his landing. I think Clark, man, pretty big statement, too.
yeah, or so he'd have the refs believe.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Boozer. And Pekovic throws it down. Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against the 76ers.
They won that game at the offensive end, guys. It almost seemed like they got something out of every possession down the floor.
And, Steve, the few times they did come up empty, it didn't really carry over. They never lost their momentum.
6 on the shot clock. Stoudemire dishes to Chandler. The layup missed.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about Amari Stoudemire and what he brings to the table as an opponent. The one thing Coach was most impressed with was how physically gifted he is as a big man, saying, you see him get up and down the floor out there, he moves like a guy half his size. He's just a freak of nature.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Shumpert passes to Liggins, and the basket good. Liggins has got his first points of the game.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Rose against Shumpert. Granger for the 3. Here's Boozer. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Boozer. He's against Stoudemire. And Boozer backs in. Tries again. Shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And Kevin, that was an outstanding win. To get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter, I think.
I agree, and I think most people probably thought that once they couldn't win it in regulation, that they had missed their best shot and overtime wasn't going to go their way. But give them credit for pulling it out.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And now the Knicks on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Liggins, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Shumpert against Rose. The three from Harden. And that one's good. Harden's got 5.
Now we're getting used to seeing him hit those shots, aren't we?
And Shumpert kicks to Anthony. Stoudemire dishes to Carmelo. Shumpert with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Running shot, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got 3 assists now in this one. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Bulls. And checking out New York. 3 spots below.
Checking out New York, they've got to be happy with how things have gone for them. I mean, they haven't suffered a deep drop-off, and they're still the good, solid team they were a year ago.
Yeah, but they haven't taken a step forward either. I mean, I thought maybe they would. I mean, to me, this has been a little bit disappointing. They're not in bad position. I just thought they'd be better, Clark.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Keenan sets a screen for Shumpert. He kicks it to Moore. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Green with the rebound.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Boozer kicks to Willis. Lets the 3 fly. The Knicks pull it in. And against Chicago here for the second time this season.
And I thought their preferred weapon in that game was the three-point shot, Clark. They really used it well.
Steve, it looked like that was the plan coming into the game, and obviously it was the right one and well executed.
Harden gets a screen from Pekovic. Here's Rush. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch.
And that concludes. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, Pekovic is out there with Danny Granger. Then it's Harden. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Rush in at the small forward position. Good on the shot. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, Carmelo belongs in that group of guys who you say, you know, maybe he's the best scorer in the league. He's certainly close. He's right there with Kobe and Dwayne Wade, LeBron for sure. He's so skilled, he's so strong, and he's just got a knack for getting the ball in the hoop when the time is right.
His ability to do that, Steve, is a big part of why he can get a shot off anytime. I mean, he knows that he doesn't need too much space. All he needs is a fraction, and he's able to rise up over guys or go through them.
Moore passes to Stoudemire. Dishes it to Melo. Over Granger. And again, it's Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
Harden sets the pick for Rose. Granger outside. Pekovic kicks to Rush. For 3. Blocked. Walton inside. And that is good. Chicago leading. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home.
Some good matchups out there. And that Washington Wizards game definitely worth checking out.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Knicks. Shumpert against Willis. Now here's Shumpert. Tight defense on him. Chandler with the screen on Willis. And there's the feed to Posey. Here's Kaman. Hits it. Well done on the second effort.
Right, you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
Feeds it to Morrow. Knocked loose. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Posey. Here's Chandler. And it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work. Chandler's got his first basket of the night. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Back to Boozer. Chandler on him. Goes up the baseline. Here's Parsons. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
And Liggins kicks to Kaman. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That jam.
Yeah, defensively, you're right. Not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him, and they paid the price.
Both teams will make substitutions. Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rose off the pick from Granger. Rose dishes to Granger. And there's the pass to Rush. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New York. 3 on 3. Now here's Rose. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
Pass to Bekovic. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. That's good. And it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
Well, he's one of their anchors at the offensive end, guys, because he can make plays like that all the time.
Rose passes to Bekovic. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Bekovic has got 4 points this quarter. The Knicks have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Shumpert. Bekovic with the rebound. Bekovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Rose. Kicks it out to Harden. There's the 3. Gets it to go. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Well, if they didn't look at the scoreboard, you'd think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I like the energy they're playing with here, Steve. I mean, a nice uptick in their second chance points. Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
The 3 is launched. What an amazing buzzer beater.
Boy, how about that? You want to talk about cool? How about cool, calm customer?
And I'll tell you what, a split second later, guys, and it's a totally different result here. What a shot.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Bulls lead by 3. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Chicago. Thanks for joining us. The Bulls have been rolling along. This game's lived up to its billing. 2 fantastic teams duking it out. James Harden not having any difficulty scoring against New York. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed 1 shot. Can you believe it? And battling nonstop, the New York Knicks. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. Their top scorer, Carmelo Anthony. We've come to expect performances like this one from him. Let's start off with a look at what's on tap for later on.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. At the 3, 4, and 5, we've got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler. Amon Shumpert is out there with DeAndre Liggins. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Rose against Shumpert. The monster one-hand slam.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Harden and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Knicks now. He'd better get a move on. Knicks trailed by 3. The dish to Liggins. Here's Anthony. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Anthony's got 12 in the game.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the night.
And you take a look at the statistics. This club is shooting 74% as a team.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Rose kicks to Pekovic. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Chandler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
No doubt the Oklahoma City fans want to see the Thunder take that game.
The Bulls shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Granger with the screen for Rose. Pass to Boozer. He's against Stoudemire. From 6 away. Shots good by Boozer. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this one.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Rose against Shumpert. Leads him in there. It's Anthony with the drive. That's blocked. Harden outside. He feeds it to Pekovic. Guarded by Shumpert. Inside Leaner. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Hot start for this club coming out of halftime. That's 3 in a row now.
Kicks to Liggins. He dishes it to Shumpert. Gets it to go. Shumpert's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
Some changes for Chicago. Green comes in for Pekovic. And Chandler Parsons in for Danny Granger. The Knicks also changing it up. Chris Kaman has checked in for Chandler. Posey comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Moon in for DeAndre Liggins. Here's Boozer. Kaman with the defensive effort.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
And Shumpert kicks to Kaman. He kicks to Moon. Can't hit. And the Bulls going the other way now. On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Shumpert. Harden dishes to Rose. He passes to Green. Boozer up top. Covered by Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it. Shot's good by Boozer. Boozer's got 4 points this quarter.
You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
Moon, who's covered by Rose. Here's Shumpert. Puts up the runner and hits.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
And it's Rose penetrating, and a strong finish with two hands.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
It's stolen by Rose. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 in their longest homestand of the year. So both teams making some changes here. Chandler with the screen on Willis. Dishes to Liggins. Now Chandler inside. And Granger with the block. And he gets it back. Here's Walton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Walton's got 5 points so far.
Boy, I tell you what, pounding the offensive glass pays off for him once again. Persistence pays.
And guys, where would they be without all these second chance points? I mean, they have really dominated the inside on the offensive boards.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Shumpert off the pick from Stoudemire. Stoudemire setting the pick for Shumpert. Stoudemire. And an emphatic dunk.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Granger, a screen on Shumpert. Back to Granger. Over Stoudemire. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls out front, up by 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris Burke at the report. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, well, it's the Bulls who have the uncontainable game. Everything seems to be going their way, and right now they look to be in complete control. We'll see if that's the case as we head into the final period.
Thanks, Doris. Derrick Rose is out there with Harden. Then there's Danny Granger. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Parsons in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Kaman. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's 6 points for Chris Kaman.
His team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting them.
Rose passes to Harden. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 16 points for James Harden.
Yeah, Harden is really an instant offense type guy, Kevin. He's been a role player off the bench the last couple of years, but it seems like he's ready to emerge into a star. He's instant offense when he comes into the game.
And, Steve, it's not just because Harden can get hot in a hurry. It's also because he can find ways to get the shots he wants. And he isn't just a catch-and-shoot guy. He knows when to put it on the floor, create some space, and then pull up for the 2. He's also a better passer than advertised.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
Gets a look. And Stoudemire with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Rose off the pick from Pekovic. Rose kicks to Harden. For the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3 ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got the throwdown.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. And that's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. Knicks trailed by 5. New York calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Shumpert against Rose. Anthony right side. Stoudemire left side. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, that's his shot. He is really proficient from that mid-range.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Granger with the screen for Rose. Granger guarded by Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. Granger backing him down. The shot from the low post is good. And the Bulls lead by 5.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Here's Anthony, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Now, they may have to climb on his back to get back into this game.
Rose against Shumpert. Rose attacking. The feed to Parsons. Over Anthony. Parsons' shot is off. Knicks trail by 3. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Liggins. And that's 17 points for Carmelo Anthony. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Granger drives in. The 3. And the Bulls another 3.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Here's Shumpert. Feeds to Melo. And the shot is good. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he's flipped the switch here in the fourth quarter. That's 3 of 4 shooting here.
Rose with the ball. Kicks it out to Harden. Launches it. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Shumpert kicks to Liggins. There's the pass to Carmelo. 13 feet away. The rebound by Pekovic. Bulls have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Rose attacking. Clock at 6. Over Shumpert. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way.
And they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
Passes to Liggins. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
19 seconds left in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long 3-pointer.
And they have to know they need to foul right after the shot goes in as well. Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that's all she wrote. I think he sealed the deal with those free throws.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Chandler, count it! What a difference in this crowd right now, Clark.
Yeah, they're breathless, nervous, and quiet.
Yep.
Wow.
It is quiet time, Clark. You got that right. That was a huge shot.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Heaves it up. Missed! And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
Got a million ways to get it. Choose one. Hey, bring it back. Now double your money and make it stack. I'm on to the next one. On to the next.